Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana BMFPY laga awareness program do July 17 de Kohima Directorate of Agriculture Delushi already dohile sub district agriculture officers or subdivisional agriculture officers nimide asibishi. Nagaland Advisor for Civil Administration Works Division CAW3 and Texas Kudejo Kamobra July 17 at Seminar Wakati Deputy Commissioner Office Complex or Administrative Office Quarters Ponai Tagagi Inspection. Panchayat Advancement Index BAI 2.0 or Thematic Gram Panchayat Development Plan lagad within State Institute of Rural Development State Level Workshop do July 17 day MOBR or NIC New Delhi Miligina Kohima State Institute of Rural Development Day shuru hoise. Good morning viewers, मैं सेमारनी की थान और अपनी सबके Nltv Good Morning News से स्वागत करें। अभी दादो न्यूज़ कांसवा प्रधानमंत्री फसल बीमा योजना लगा अवेयरनेस प्रोग्राम दो जुलाई 17 दे कोहिमा डायरेक्टरेट ऑफ एग्रीकल्चर देलुशिया रेडियो हिली सब डिस्ट्रिक्ट एग्रीकल्चर ऑफिसर्स और सब डिविजनल एग्रीकल्चर ऑफिसर्स लिमिटेड सिकुशे प्रोग्राम दो फील्ड ऑफिसर्स खान के ग्रुप इंश्योरेंस लगा जरूरी ऑपर सेंसिटाइज ग्रुप बोले और State the selected major crops karne BMFPY implementation can initiate gruboni midayu kushe. Additional Director of Agriculture Medoveli Latubra inaugural address yahomoy the farmers khilaf crop loss safeguard gruble BMFPY significance constraints kushe. Program laga resource person do administrative officer idol chakma takishe aro daibra BMFPY under objectives, operational guidelines, benefits or enrollment procedures taka detailed presentation tishe. Program to Nagaland Day BMFPY ke successful hobole tiponi field officers, banking institutions or implementing agency kan majidai miligina coordinate kurubule mati kina khutem kuri tishe. Nagaland Advisor for Civil Administration Works Division and Texas Kudejo Kamobra July 17th at Seminar Wakate Deputy Commissioner Office Complex or Administrative Officer Quarters Ponai Tagagi Inspection. Taibra Sop Manu Nimide Kam the Chuldi Khotam Kuri Dibole Kushe, especially Seminar Nudun District. Taibra Chief Minister Dr. Neferio Kitanyavatishe Dalaga Mutut Karne. Taibra contractors can give momentum maintain kuribule aro kam do deri na kurigina kuribule kushe especially bani ki rahamoide. Panchayat Advancement Index BI 2.0 aro Thematic Gram Panchayat Development Plan laga tudin State Institute of Rural Development State Level Workshop do July 17 day MOBR or NIC New Delhi Miligina Kohima State Institute of Rural Development Day shuru hoise. Tavis Salan KIS pra dalaka inaugural address yahomoide thematic GBTB implement kurubule laga zaruri kan highlight kurishe aro transparency aro financial governance enhance kurubule laga E-Gram Swaraj Portal do kinaka chulaboi do por bikushe. Welcome address to SIRT Director Visato Paratishe aro NIC Project Manager Yokesh Kumar Bra course briefing dishe. Workshop the State Program Management Unit, District Program Management Unit, Rural Development aro State Institute of Rural Development officials kan brahisalishe. Viewers, ida to color break law site থেকে Nltv. Welcome back viewers. Apnika sa Nltv Good Morning News. Kohima te bishi tension athiase departmental exams ka fairness overcast kurigina olap sinakede forest card recruitment days issue la bishi manukhan bhabi ase ki Nagaland staff selection board do manukhan departmental hiring process se biswas hari jai korne bonai shikaina olap din akela ka forest card recruitment issues pra waba stopped ani di shegile gule exam te OMR sheets julanai jin the fairness ensure great engineer mission mo got pra job experience kan ki support kuriya se aru judi unfair evaluation suspect kuriya se pile ta kan ki RTI applications file kurigina answer sheet ki check kuribole nimide kushe katpra department ki criticize kurishe SSP laga transparent process ki avoid kurabra aru sawal kurishe tile dai kan bra exam do loishe ki ten SSP do unfair practices ki prevent kuribole boneshe beshi jun bra etya thorough review lagi se Pabna se suspected irregularities karne kat laga strong stains bra forest card experience ki hopti she department bra ek kuribona nai edu clear nai holibi yudar public khan edu opor saikina thian TSC kushe I video board detail bra channel reporter map them jam laga report so
100 so itu regarding this forest guard laga post karne tan exam diare OMR sheet kan chalane ko ase question paper de tick mark kurine aspirants kan dishe kugine ama kan huni paise so what's your opinion on that apni la opinion bi kis
see my question since the aspirants doesn't trust departmental exam do trust na kureva makan NSSP request kushe NSSP do already form usudo to kwanishna department for visibility de kiwa ekta no like ekta problem do like tage to this time bi ida kwanishna OMR na digina tik kurena or question paper ki lu jaise kwado kwanishna the department should have thought properly na will we kwanishna if they have conducted kwanishna for me I feel that see NPSC and kila gutan OMR sheet did na NSSB and kila OMR sheet dina ina gona question paper do nijo gole jai to ina will refer we gole pare do only lui jaise gole do example ma nishna memory power sab computer no hai kun do attempt guje tu na jani jai so manipulation will any chances be thaki jai do na so moi la opinion do is
abne nitia ire higher and technical na itula de 154 post itu nimiri bi abna han fight koyese na so itia itu side fani ekta fight abne ekta front te fight koyese so itu forest guard la post nimire aspirants kan nimire abna itu gane uthibole gane bi ready asna nai if the matter itula situation de aije jugule ta gane uthibole ready asna nai
of course see we are for the aspirants kwanishna whatever happened to us we don't want that to happen to the aspirants today na to kwanishna utu din bi higher official ekta na CCF pra amni wata ki question hodi namte tai clearly kuina so moi through this I want to encourage the aspirants mane man buina khaili hodi ki aro taira kwanishna apni marks how mun jagule question paper apni la mark sheets how mun jagule to RTI likhibi kuji tai di joba tai admit kuji now we cannot deny to by just making like the problem which now after your all exams are over file in RTI it's okay and if you find there is something
CDN or NNQF kan July 17 day Kohima Praise Club the ekta joint conference li she kudil Deccan state government the urgently matishe 34 assistant professor laga post ke brief group legend to alop tina ke day Department of Higher and Technical Education bra request kushe media ke trace kurigina CDN laga co-convener kakedo NNQF member Videkono Yokab aro CDN president Mission Lokab bra concern otaishe the agencies laga distribution around nature of clarity committee sikina Deccan bra 129 nudun pona boss superbi kushe groups pra government ki urge kushe swiftly ek kurubole aro kushe ki qualified experience kan bishi deri rukishe aro dai kan timely recruitment action do deserve kure kushe abi the reporter social laga report so
I want to first emphasize so the CTAN and NNQF have called for this press conference because we received a letter from the Higher and Technical Education Department from the Nagaland Civil Secretariat. Now, we wanted to talk about this notification as well as the forestry recruitment issue. So I will just highlight the points under this letter. Now, in this letter, notification dated 2nd July 2025, they have informed us that 34 assistant professor posts have been requisitioned for advertisement. Then they've also talked about how the 147 assistant professor posts have become null and void. Then there is also the mention of new post creation of 129 posts. Now, all of this will be dealt with in detail. I want to first emphasize on the 34 assistant professor posts that have been requisitioned. Now, they have mentioned that 34 assistant professor posts from humanities, commerce, and science have been requisitioned. But there are no details regarding the distribution of the subjects. We don't know which subjects are going to be requisitioned. We don't know which subjects are reserved for the PWDs and the PTs. And we also don't know, and we want to ask this question, if these are new post creation or if these are other types of vacancies. We had asked to meet them, but they said they could not meet us, so we would like to throw out these questions. So first, with regard to the 34 assistant professor posts that have been requisitioned, we wanted to know which subjects are going to be requisitioned, the distribution of the subjects, as well as the nature of the posts, if these are newly created posts or some kind of other vacancies. Then they've also mentioned that the 147 assistant professor posts have become null and void. So we also wanted to ask the department, so what happens to this 147? They've mentioned it's null and void, so what happens to them? That's the question we also wanted to ask.
Regarding this 129 posts, I would like to give a brief status and then some queries about this 129 new creation status. Earlier, the government denied to give this 129 new creation to us, but from our RTI, prior to this July 2 government new proposal notification, we have received an RTI regarding 129 posts, and then which have been clearance on 2023. So from this 129 new creation posts, there are 4 sections. As per the RTI we have received, for arts and commerce stream, there are 31 vacancies, 31 assistant professors. For science stream, 69. For newly established college, Mongkalemba Arts, 11 posts. For newly established college at Wakchin, Science, 18. So this is the government proposal, annual proposal that they have been already created 129 posts. But now the government have again come up with a new notification. They have sent a proposal for this manpower rationalization committee for proposal for creations of 129 new posts of assistant professor under higher education. So here they have mentioned 7 sets of post creation. So we just want to ask the government, what are this set of section, whether they have followed or whether they comply with this earlier 129 posts, that same set of rules have been followed or not, because they didn't give any clearance or any details from this newly regulated this rationalization post. So we, from our side, we just want to demand the government to approve this proposal at the earliest for the convenience of the aspirants, since we have fight enough and then we have struggled enough. So it's a high time for the government to look up these grievances and take a necessary action at the earliest. That is our demand, and that.
Timabur July 17 day Miss Turila Yim Kyung Kun Miss Grand India 2025 day Hisa Loikina National Pageantry Contest third runner Solaishe Dai do Timabur Airport day Ahikina Punche. Bagi Yim Kyung Aro Chang Community Aro Alak Organization pre airport welcome Kurigina Talaga success limited congratulate Krishe. A video about the Del Brachani reporter Ikidola report Sawa.
Thank you so much. This is such a celebratory moment, not just for me, but for all the Nagas in general. I'll be speaking both in English, Nagamis and Yimkyung as well, because I believe that today, not just the Yimkyungs, but we the Nagas have united together to celebrate my victory. Mula sub Naga brothers and sisters kan, apni hangi moi beshit hangs chanai dia se. Aji mo yede khara gurado. It makes me so happy and my heart swells with pride not just because of the crown that is on my head, but because of the unity that I see today, because of the love that I see today. I went there to represent Nagaland as an individual. Coming from a very humble background, I had big dreams. And my dreams were beyond my limitation. I always wanted to achieve something extraordinary, coming from an ordinary background, coming from an ordinary family. And today, my achievement makes me so happy. Not just because of the victory that I have, the triumph that I have, but because of the unity that I see, all the love that I have received. To be very honest, I did not expect so many people to come for my homecoming, to receive me with such open arms. I really didn't expect it. Because coming from a very small village in Nagaland, Pinkim village, and also from a community called the Yimkyungs, for so many years, we have lived under the shadow. But today, I stand here as a beacon of hope, as a beacon of inspiration to aspire young generations, not just from my community, but for all the Nagas. And I'm so thankful to each one of you. I'm so thankful to the leaders of my community, everyone who have taken this initiative, everyone who have come here to celebrate and to mark the history. I'm so thankful to our YSUC, WYSU, YAC, YLAC, WYH, WYLA, and to all the other unions, and to Chang Union, and to ENBU as well, and to all the Nagas in general. Thank you so much for receiving me with such open arms. Aji mo yede khara kura do khali moi ekla karne no hoy holibi mahan Naga manu karne khara kuri ase kile kushi kule do aji moi kiman be parishe aji moi kiman be ase aru ki be kurina jawole ase idu sob apni hala morom aru apni hala prayer la through rahi moi kurina ro jawole ase mo aji crown do jidishe holibi moi la crown jidigina. This is not the end of my journey. This is not the end of my responsibility, but my actual journey and responsibility begins now.
Shade no the Osir de Tanga National Highway 29 to Nagaland named the Ekta Cast Road the say that the BC series erosion hoyase. It is only Ekta series problem hoyase will be Nagaland state government cast Kurigina. State Commissioner Khan, Iku Kadam Law 19 to Brahmanu, Rasta Roster de Tanga Bosti Khan K, Kadrati Taliese. Honorable Court Apara, remedial measures locally karne Iman directives TLB, authorities can breaku Kadam Law 9 are wet. Daikan laga careless, Jawab aro mamla do bishi biya kuridese. Court pra pat pra, embankments punabule aro protective barriers talibule direct kushi. Site inspection kurigina report be submit kurisho libi eku preventive measures saka kam shuru nohoy ginase. Local residents, village councils or civil society groups kan laga place ke ignore kuridise. Issues ke ignore kurabra government laga carelessness or court ke hisab na thagi ke Dikhaijin du bra legal dictar nohoy libi public laga kusage elat kre. Monsoon barish pishi dangor hoa homoy edu mamla berjoldi government action lagese. Directorate of Higher Education Brass of Hostels June Kan Directorate of Higher Education under the registered say du laga proprietors noile warden ke khobor dishe ki best boss metric students la hostel farms hostelers kan nimire do office se July 21 bra August 14 da issue kuribo. Directorate bra hostel eligibility certificate of hostels kun kan inspection bus kribo ta khan ki dibo hostel providers wardens khan ki kunba documents ani bole kuishi aro edu khan dohile hostel eligibility certificate laga original copy institution bratia no objection certificate and NOC format doti gina tha website bra download kribole barbo kushi aro ekda register student for those logole ani bole janise. What's you need women organization Malcolm Lemba Malcolm Chiang District Administration or police personnel law de miligina surprise inspection loise Nltv Act enforcement laga hisade down de tha dukan or hotel se illegal tarika bra pika mutu khan ki nishna lagai gina authorities khan bra illegally mutu pikai tha ba share rupees 40,000 ki mat laga mutu sis kuise dahan bra business khan ki warn kuise jodi dai khan bra नियम दो भंगशे कोइले ताहाला दुकान के बॉन्ड खुईदी गेना लाइसेंस भी कैंसिल खुईदी बोकुशे एनफोर्समेंट एक्शन दो जरूरी असे केले कोइले मौकल लंबा दो असमसुरदे असे कुदे मुतु दो आसान ब्रा पाइजे जिंदु ब्रा डाउन दे पिकाबले और कंज्यूम कुरबले लीड कुरे और दु ब्रा मौकल लंबा डाउन ला रेसिडेंट्स के अफेक्ट कुरेसे वॉट्सएप ब्रा डिस्ट्रिक्ट एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन खान के मदद कुरेसे सोशल इश्यूज कान टैकल कुरिबले और काम कुरेसे सोशल प्रॉब्लम्स के रुकाई गिना कम्युनिटी ते शांति बनाए के ना रखी बोले करने Tinsang the Deputy Commissioner Litrong Latong Biru Sabra CMS flagship program pitorde Mega Hospitality Job Fair over notify Kurisha Rukusheki Job Fair to July 25 the schedule Krigina are interested candidates Kanki at the program the FL crew will invite Kurisha to the district Taga unemployed youths can provide Kurisha. Mizoram Drug Drivers Association Bra Mizoram Sarkar Khilaf Public Interest Litigation File Kushe there is state in Guwahati High Court as well bench Bra petition hearing Kurubule admit Kushe MTTA Bra Kushe Rasta Banala quality do Bishi Biase Congress Kan Bra Mamla Bra Chief Minister Lal Tuamara BWD Minister Van Lal Lana Laga resignation Mang Kushe. Arunachal Pradesh Shanglang District Spear Corps Pitorde Assam Rifles Units Bra search operation launch Kushe Assam Rifles Kan Bra arms or ammunition recover Kushe Tinder Rifles Duida Ege series Bonduk Ekda Latote Ekda under barrel grenade or 7.62 mm local made rifle can recover Kushe. National Investigation Agency Bra Assam Dibrugarh de Bra Barkop Kokoyaro Sumu Kokoi ki Guwahati Dispur last case the improvised explosive device to cover Kura Laga Ling de Bra Kirafte Kushe Dubra Dodal arrest Dinda Hushi Kushe NIA Bra Edu investigation to September 2024 de Loigina Shurushe Aro Joamoina de charge sheet file Kushe Collector Khan ki Baradi Nana Sanida Unlawful Activities Prevention Act or Explosive Substances Act under the charge Kuidishe or a further investigation Jayasikushe. Assam Rifles Kan Noku Village Council Nagaland Law Security Coordination Meeting Lucia Civil Military Cooperation ki enhance Kurubule Laga Katamde. Magzado border vigilance ke reinforce Kurubule aro security forces aro local stakeholders kan majde intelligence sharing ke promote Kurubule. The initiative piche medical camp in Lucia could 85 for villagers kan free medical consultations, citizens aro health awareness education bache. Edu outreach pra Assam Rifles commitment ke highlight kushe. Edu combined efforts for remote or sensitive region the force laga juli laga mission biswas cooperation or stability ki foster Kurubule laga hissa se. Assam the additional sessions judge cum special judge Bokso Named Bra Thursday din Ekdamodaki Bisal jail de Takibole Hokum dishe. Collector laga nam do mitun pangdai ase aro daibra minor magi bacha khan ge sexual offense kura karne saza do dishe. Collector khilaf protection of children from sexual offenses Bokso ek Moricon district a case charge kori gina thakise. Court pra collector ke 30,000 fine impose kurise. Jodi fine do dibole baranai koile aro jail de choi moina extra bohi bole alan kurise. Aircraft accident investigation bureau bra Thursday de kushigi June 12th Air India crash hoigina 260 manu moria laga khatna to itia pon kuribole bishi joldi ase koigina kilegulik chanbin do India bichari se international media reports ke jawab digina AIP director general Yukantar pra edu hado bishi irresponsible ase koigina matishi ar actual reason do final report ula bichehi reveal kuribo koigina Taibra public or media khan ke investigation kuri thaka laga bisha mishi kotha to pilabule urge kuise. Shillong the New Delhi de Vigyan Bhawan Lua Homoy de Swatch Survekshan 2024-25 Awards Day promising Swatch Share of State Koigina Jani Bashi. President Draupadi Murmu Bra 43 cities or organizations can ge urban cleanliness with Dangala achievements karne honor kushi. One city, one award principle under day. Select Kura Homoy de Shillong B 34 cities machide ekta se kude sanitation, waste management or citizen participation the notable improvements can acknowledge kushi. President Murmu Bra circular economy practices reduce, reuse or recycle can importance of be emphasize kushi. Guwahati the Northeast is सबसे सभा capital city ऐसे कुछ Swatch Survekshan 2024-25 ranking से किंतु numbers प्रादो एक complex picture दिखाई शहर लगा cleanliness performance पर promising Swatch शहर award by Libby Guwahati the 44th position is secure कुछ 95 cities मचते 3 then like population category entered Share bra 8,563 points pache किंतु top performer bra पिछे दूर थकी से June today Mira Bhayandar 11,652 points pache first position de Guwahati bra award paro hosa ranking bra national cleanliness assessment laga thik na thaga atat tikaise sa homer share bra Chwasal 402nd rank bra do Paul perform Korea dikhibole barishe kintu arabi dusra 43 shehar khan laga piche dese President Draupadi Murmu bra Swatch Survekshan 2024-25 awards to Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs AD Vigyan Bhawan New Delhi de ekta ceremony de dishe Northeastern capitals machide Guwahati laga performance to stand out hishe New Delhi Digital India program, the Eastern Ways Khasi Hills, Meghalaya laga village level entrepreneur Rose Angelina M. Karsten Tiu ki recognition dishe. Rose our journey to 2015 de shuru hoise idia Rose to Mairang Bra Common Services Center operate krise. Rose laga kam pra bosti level de digital assets anibule barshe. Sarkar pra program expand kurubule upcoming initiatives can announce krise. Bangladesh Mohammed Singh la Deputy Commissioner or District Magistrate Mufidul Alam Brakushe, legendary filmmaker Satyajit Ray la ancestral core biya kuri dishe koigina egu proof nai. Alam Brakushe property to Sarkar la nam de ase or legal procedure hisab de settle kurishe. Alam Brakushe demolition drive to India bra intervention kura karne rukhi kina se.
এটা সরকারের নামে রেকর্ড এবং এটা সরকার যথাযথ নিয়মে এটা বন্দোবস্ত দিয়েছে ঐতিহাসিক বিষয় তো আমি বলতে পারবো না, আমি এই জন্য যারা মুরব্বী তাদের আশ্রয় নিয়েছি, মুরব্বীদের বক্তব্যগুলোকে আমি নোট ডাউন করে এটা আমি সংশ্লিষ্ট মন্ত্রণালয়ে প্রত্নতাত্ত্বিক অধিদপ্তর, আপনার সংস্কৃতি বিষয়ক মন্ত্রণালয়, মহিলা শিশু বিষয়ক মন্ত্রণালয়, আমি সর্বোপরি এটা মাননীয় প্রধান উপদেষ্টা যিনি মুখ্য সচিব রয়েছেন আমি ওনার বরাবর।
Ladakh the India Brother State in Akash Prime Missile Test Kushe. Edukobodo Defense Ministry Brajanishe. Weapon system do 4,500 meters altitude operate quickly karne customized kushe. Defense Ministry Brakushe Indian Army karne Akash weapon system do Pal Pradesh kushe. Ajla Nltv good morning khobor de dukan takise dunishna news or updates kan pai thakiule apni ka sai thakbi nagaland TV.